play suspected in a death investigation out of Audrain County tonight. Columbia hits a new record in homicide cases. And right now, Missouri drivers can't be stopped for not wearing a seatbelt. How that could soon change. KOMU 8 News at 6 starts now. Here's what's happening right now. A death investigation is underway in Audrain County, just outside of Mexico, and deputies tell us they suspect foul play. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emily Spain. KOMU 8's Craig White has been in Audrain County all day and joins us now with a live update.
I'm live here on County Road 913, and this road is still closed as investigators try to figure out what happened. We're told deputies were called to this area for a report of a man down as well as a vehicle fire. When they got to the scene, a person was transported to a local hospital and later pronounced dead. Again, deputies suspect foul play, and now they're working with the Missouri State Highway Patrol and the Mexico Department of Public Safety to figure out what happened. State Highway Patrol had a plane flying above the area for about an hour this afternoon as part of the investigation. So far, there's no word on the identity of the person who died. I have not gotten to speak to the sheriff so far yet tonight, but I'll stay on the scene and see if we can find out more information. Reporting live in Audrain County, Craig White, KOMU 8 News.
And neighbors are still looking for answers in the old Hawthorne homicide, but Columbia police have not released many new details. Today, though, we do know the victim's name and that this crime marks a new record for the city. KOMU 8's Kyra Davis is live on Lasso Circle to tell us the latest on the case.
I'm live. You can see the house is no longer blocked off by caution tape. Police released the victim's name today, 28-year-old Augustus Roberts. Now, this is the only information CPD could provide today, but I did find that this crime marks an increase in homicides that Columbia has not seen for nearly 20 years. The number of homicide cases in Columbia per year hasn't exceeded 5 since 2007, but now it's way past that. I talked to the Columbia Police Department and got a long list of homicide data from the past 20 years. Right here starts 2017, and it turns out this is the 10th homicide this year, and about 4 of those cases are still open. The last time rates were this high was in 2000, with a record of 9 homicides, according to CPD data. The UCR reports that since then, there were a few more spikes, one in 2005 with 8 cases, and in 2016 with 6 cases. But nothing as bad as this. When talking to neighbors of Roberts, they said the neighborhood is great and crime like this is unexpected. This case is still open and neighbors still have a lot of questions. Stay tuned with Channel 8. We will update you as we get more information. Reporting live in Columbia, Kyra Davis, KOMU 8 News.
Highway Patrol arrested a man after a high-speed chase through Boone County today. The chase started south of Ashland and ended on the Broadway exit off Highway 63. According to Sergeant Scott White with the Highway Patrol, a trooper tried to stop the vehicle for speeding before he took off northbound on Highway 63. The driver got boxed in by traffic and voluntarily gave himself up. No one was hurt during the chase. Prosecutors have filed charges against a Morgan County jail nurse who is accused of having sex with an inmate. 31-year-old Janet Lee Phillips is accused of sexual contact with an inmate. She faces 2 counts of delivering or concealing prohibited items and bribery of a public servant. According to court documents, Phillips had sex with an inmate at the jail between September and November. 2 other jail employees, Elizabeth Knipp and Robert Hoover, were charged for knowing about Phillips' relationship with the inmate, but they kept it a secret. Well, it was a cold one out there today, and Kenton's predicting a lot more of that up and down pattern we've been seeing. Kenton.
What do we call it, Emily? The whoop-de-whoop? In the words of Emily Spain, looking at our temperatures right now, we're in the 20s, cooling down into the 20s, at least 29 in Columbia, 33 in Jefferson City and Lake of the Ozarks. We are now getting into some of the coldest temperatures we'll see tonight because we're actually going to warm up a little bit by sunrise, back into the 30s there. But otherwise, winds just 5 to 10 miles an hour. That's nice considering, of course, how windy we were on Monday. We're going to be breezy tomorrow again, though. This evening, temperatures, again, actually starting to warm a bit more back into the 30s by sunrise tomorrow morning, but we will be in the 20s for most of our evening. Then we're at 53 tomorrow afternoon. Another warm up, and then we're going back down to 38 for the high temperature on Thursday. We're going to see a mix of sunshine and cloud cover over the next couple days as well. And we even have a slight chance for a few flurries out there. I'm going to track that hour by hour. Plus, we'll even jump ahead into the weekend. Those full details coming up later.
Okay, thanks, Kenton. We've all seen those MoDOT signs reminding us to buckle up on the highways. Well, Missouri House Transportation Committee chairman filed legislation to make that suggestion the law. Some KOMU8 viewers say this infringes on their rights. Others say this is a necessary step towards safer roads. Missouri is one of 16 states with a secondary law. This year, 64% of people who died in crashes were not wearing their seatbelts.
People think it's their right whether or not they wear a safety belt, that they're not hurting anybody else, when in reality, we all pay for crashes.
Missouri ranked 49 out of 51 states in road safety, according to this year's State of Safety report. Homeowners around Ashland were able to avoid long lines at the post office and fighting traffic in downtown Columbia by dropping off their property taxes right in person. Deputy collectors were at the Ashland City Hall Monday and Tuesday collecting property taxes. People dropped off their taxes and were able to go home with their receipt in hand. The Ashland City Administrator says having collectors there helps save people time and money. The collectors will be in Centralia Thursday and Friday. Jefferson City Councilman Larry Henry will not be running for re-election in 2018. The now open seat is going to be the only contested council position out of all Jefferson City wards. Two people who have never run for a municipal office are looking to gain that 5th Ward Council seat. Jim Crabtree and John Hensley say they are excited for the opportunity to get more involved in their community.
I like to give back to the community that I live in. I feel that the council would be a next step and that I would offer some good background for that position.
I'm excited to speak with all my neighbors, speak maybe with neighbors I haven't met before, find out what's important to them, find out how we can best represent their interests in the city council.
The council elections are April 3rd. Emergency units will soon have better technology to communicate. Governor Greitens accepted FirstNet and AT&T's public safety network plan, making Missouri the 34th state to do so. The Columbia Fire Department's assistant chief says he's happy about Greitens' decision to opt in. The network offers first responders priority cell usage as well as improved coverage.
Anything that enhances communication for emergency responders is always a plus, so we're glad to see that this is getting started. It'll no doubt be rolled out throughout the state, and we're looking forward to Columbia getting that enhanced infrastructure to allow us to communicate better.
Boone County Emergency Management says it's too early to tell how the network will develop. Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah, but one local Jewish organization already got an early present. We'll explain what later in the show. Tonight is the first night of Hanukkah, and a Columbia Jewish organization already received an early present. The Chabad House at MU, which serves Jewish students and community members, finally has a permanent location. KOMU8's David Rothschild takes us to the first and only Chabad House in mid-Missouri just in time for Hanukkah.
My wife and I, we always wanted to dedicate our life to being there for the Jewish community.
Any Jew from any walk of life comes in and knows that they can find a home here.
In 2011, Rabbi Avraham Lapine and his wife Chani came to Columbia looking to breathe life into their religion.
We felt the need for the Jewish community was thirsty and starving for some more Judaism. So we came to fill that need.
After 6 years renting the house at the corner of Providence and Brandon Road, the Lapines raised $40,000 to buy it.
And we felt it. We see how people really, really appreciated what Chabad does for the students and for the community.
It's very humbling and it's very exciting because we know that we're going to continue even stronger now.
The Lapines say Chabad at MU offers teachings, a social outlet, emotional support, and a home away from home during the holidays.
It's like whatever you would get back at home on holidays, services, or whatever you do at dinner with your family, you can get that here at Chabad.
One of Chabad's Hanukkah practices includes a public menorah lighting. One will take place at MU's Student Center for tonight's first night. The shamash is lit first, which then lights the rest of the candles. Once we move past tonight's first night, candles will be lit from left to right.
One of the messages of Hanukkah is that they only found enough oil to last one night, and it was a miracle happened that it lasted 8 nights.
Rabbi Lapine says both Hanukkah and Chabad celebrate a freedom of religion, and buying a house right before the holiday makes it more significant.
Especially in a world when it's so dark. We need as much light as possible. And that's the message of Hanukkah, too. A little bit of a light expels lots of darkness.
David Rothschild, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
And while Chabad at MU is one of hundreds of other houses on a college campus, Chabad is an international movement present in over 100 different countries. Questions about whether Drew Lock will go pro continue to loom. How he says a departure affected his decision. That's next in sports. Breaking news into our newsroom. Our sister station in Quincy, Illinois, WGEM, is reporting now that 28-year-old Augustus Roberts, the man found dead in the Old Hawthorne homicide case, is the son of Circuit Court Judge Rick Roberts. Now, we're told Augustus Roberts, the victim, is from Clark County. We'll continue to follow the latest on this case, and we'll bring you another update on KOMU 8 News at 9 and 10. Kenton.
All right, another reminder, we are now less than 9 days to the first day of winter, so that means you're going to see that forecast for the first day. That's going to be on our 8-day forecast tomorrow. Otherwise, we're at 33 degrees here at sunrise, and then 53 tomorrow afternoon. So a warmer one, but remember, it's windy. Gusts back about 35 to 40 miles per hour tomorrow, so get ready to hold back onto your hats. 38 then on Thursday, and then 42 to end the week.
We're doing that whoop-de-whoop.
The whoop-de-whoop. I give you a hard time about it, but I like that.
He's giving me a hard, yeah.
I like it, though.
You know,
I'm going to say it all the time now.
I blame my mother, I guess. Whoever taught me that little lingo.
It's so windy, I'm holding onto my hat and I'm not even wearing a hat.